Outlook, the Eyesight Cornwall newsletter, Spring-Summer 2024. My name is Daniel and I'm a volunteer at Eyesight Cornwall. Inside this issue, we bring you information about accessible voting, a new free will writing service, and all the latest news from the charity. We start with an introduction from Chief Executive Carol Theobald. Welcome to the Spring-Summer 2024 edition of Outlook. The Eyesight Cornwall team held a very productive away day in March to build upon the charity's vision and focus on our core values. It was fantastic to get the whole team together for the day, as the nature of our work means that we are not often all in the same place at the same time. The away day gave us the opportunity to share our insights, reflect on the work we do, and discuss how we can continue to grow and improve. As a charity, we are committed to providing the best possible service for our clients. So it was extremely valuable to get the whole team's input. By the end of the day, we had agreed on 4 key values, which are: dependable, be known for being responsive, we listen, we act; quality, constantly strive to be better, what we do well; teamwork, togetherness, delivering our very best in all we do, everyone benefits; passion, focusing on results, finding answers, we have passion for what we do and we are proud of what we accomplish. Given some of the feedback we've received recently, we feel that these values are a good reflection of people's experience of the charity. I wanted to show my support to Eyesight Cornwall, not just because of the help you've given my dad, but because of how jolly and friendly you all are. Every time we have called for help or advice, whoever we have spoken with has been so helpful and happy. My dad was struggling quite badly before we got in touch with you, but you have totally changed his world and given him a new outlook. Thank you so much for your kindness and expertise. We are blessed that Dad is under your wing. Kate. Over the last few months, I have had life-changing problems which come with age, and I could no longer read or paint. I came along to my appointment with not much hope that there was anything you could do for me. But you had solutions to my problems, which I had thought were not possible. As soon as I got home, I went to my watercolours wearing my new spectacles. This morning, I was able to read a newspaper. It was marvellous what you had done for me. You had given me something I thought was out of reach. I feel so indebted to you. A very grateful thank you to all at Eyesight Cornwall. Tom. We really value hearing your feedback, so please keep sharing your experiences with us. Carol Theobald, Chief Executive. Latest news. Assisted waste collections. As Cornwall Council rolls out new weekly food waste and fortnightly recycling and rubbish collections across the county, we're shining a spotlight on their assisted collection service, which is designed to help those who may need a little extra help with their waste collection. Signing up to the service will mean collection contractors will collect your waste from within your property boundary. This could be outside of your front door if you cannot get to the bottom of the garden or your usual collection place. The collectors will also place your bins and recycling bags back in the same requested place following a collection, which can be helpful for those who may be unable to identify the different recycling bags and bins by sight. The assisted collection service is for domestic properties, and you can apply if you have a disability, a mobility issue, or a medical condition. The collection will apply to your rubbish, recycling and garden waste collection if you subscribe to the service. In order to qualify for the assistance, you will need to confirm that you are unable to take your waste to the boundary of your property yourself. that there is no one else in your household aged 13 years or over who is able to take your waste to the boundary of your property for you, and that a collection contractor can safely and easily access the collection point provided in your application. To apply for assisted collections, you can visit the Cornwall Council website www.cornwall.gov.uk and search for Assisted Collections, or call 0300 1234 141. Website update. Visitors to the Eyesight Cornwall website may have noticed it's not quite behaving as it should be, with some people being redirected to other websites or certain elements not working. Behind the scenes, the Eyesight Cornwall team is working to not only fix these issues, but to give our website a bit of a facelift. We have teamed up with Solve, a multi-award winning web design agency based in Newquay, who will be working alongside us to fix and refresh the Eyesight Cornwall website and online shop. We're hoping to unveil our refreshed website very soon, but in the meantime, if you need to get in touch and are finding the website is not working for you, please don't hesitate to give us a call, drop us an email, or contact us on social media. Our team will be able to assist you with anything you need, whether that's a shop purchase, offering advice, or providing information about our services. Archives at the Polly. We took a trip down memory lane in March when a member of the team visited the Falmouth History Archive at the Polly to learn more about our history. When we celebrated our 165th anniversary back in September 2021, we researched the charity's history from its creation in 1856 right up to modern times, using a wide range of materials including newspaper articles, first-person accounts, and a large number of annual reports. The earliest of these reports came from the Royal Cornwall Polytechnic Society, now known as the Polly, and thanks to the team at the Falmouth History Archive, who are based at the Polly, we were able to get our hands on those very first accounts. A volunteer from the archive said, "We were delighted to learn about the vital role played by the Royal Cornwall Polytechnic Society in the early days of the charity. The Victorians were excellent record keepers, and the Polly retains 14 leather-bound books giving details of annual meetings spanning over 100 years, including the very first meeting of the association known today as Eyesight Cornwall. Eyesight Cornwall Talks. Thank you to all the community groups across Cornwall who have invited us to talk about the work that we do. Some of the groups that have welcomed us recently include the residents of Tregold's Lodge, the Mousehole Women's Methodist Church Group, Troon Hub, the Penzance Macula Society, the Cornubia Hub in Parr, and the MHA Friendship Group in Tuckingmill. If you belong to a group and would like us to speak to your members about the history of the charity and the services we offer, please get in touch. Raku Pottery Course. A group of Eyesight Cornwall clients recently enjoyed a pottery course, which culminated in a raku firing session where the kiln reached temperatures of over 1000 C. The course was subsidised with funding raised by Eyesight Cornwall and was led by local potter Doreen Gibbons. Doreen has sight loss herself, so she was able to specifically cater the sessions to our clients who made cups, bowls, and lidded pots over the 5-week course. Raku is a Japanese-inspired firing process that involves using a special glaze and firing at a very hot temperature to create special effects on the surface of the pottery. Royal Cornwall Museum. This year, the Royal Cornwall Museum in Truro is beginning an exciting project to transform the museum building and improve the accessibility of its exhibits. As part of the process, we were invited to the museum to offer our advice on how to make some of their displays more accessible to people with visual impairments. We were represented by Dominic Hall, who, being visually impaired himself, was able to offer an insight into the challenges faced by people with sight loss when trying to access a museum exhibit. Dom said, "It was fantastic to be invited to visit and give my thoughts and feedback. The team at the museum are really keen to improve the accessibility and make exhibits more inclusive to all, so it was a very productive experience." Control-Alt-Delete Summit. We were delighted to be invited to join Disability Cornwall at the Control-Alt-Delete Summit as part of the Cornwall Disability Alliance. The summit took place in the Hall for Cornwall and brought together some of the biggest technology companies, such as Google, Microsoft and Unity, for a whole event based around inclusivity in technology. The Eyesight Cornwall Assistive Technology team, Dom and Lauren, represented the charity, taking information about how we help people with sight loss and what sort of advancements are still needed in technology to make it more accessible. Christmas cards. We're so excited to reveal that our Christmas cards this year will have a special design created by our very own member and client, Edna Yelland. Edna is a talented artist and has adapted around her sight loss by painting and creating at the time of day when there is the most natural light available. Edna kindly agreed to create a festive design for this year's Eyesight Cornwall Christmas cards and painted a wonderful robin which was inspired by the nature in her garden. The cards will be available later this year, so watch this space. Cornwall Newquay Airport. Air travel can be stressful for just about anyone. There can be further challenges for blind and partially sighted passengers who wish to navigate the airport independently. But at Cornwall Newquay Airport, help is on hand. We were delighted when Cornwall's airport invited us to train some of their staff in assisting people with sight loss. The course was delivered to Cornwall Airport Newquay's passenger assistance team, who help customers through the airport. Eyesight Cornwall's Dom Hall spoke about the challenges people with sight loss face. Then there was discussion about the preconceptions of what someone with sight loss might look like, and why it may be harder to identify who needs help than they first thought. The team also learned how to guide someone safely. Kelly Jones, Ground Operations Manager at the airport, said, "By fostering an inclusive environment and equipping our assistance team with the skills to effectively support individuals with visual impairments, we not only enhance the travel experience for all passengers, but also demonstrate our commitment to accessibility." Events. Following on from the success of last year's events, we've been back on the road, starting off with visits to St Austell and Wadebridge. Once again, we were joined by Ben from Optelec, representatives from the RNIB and the Macular Society, as well as Jenny and Trevor from Cornish Talking Newspapers. Approximately 120 visitors joined us across the two dates to find out more about the support offered from Eyesight Cornwall, and it was wonderful to see so many of our volunteers who popped in to say hello. Next up, we're in Saltash on the 21st of May, Bodmin on the 13th of June, Launceston on the 9th of July, and Penzance on the 18th of September. Members will be sent details of the events in their area nearer the time. AGM. Our biggest event of the year is the AGM, which will be held on Friday the 11th of October. Once again, we will be presenting our annual volunteer awards, and we're looking for nominees for the Members' Choice Award. If you attend any of our clubs, have a walking buddy or telephone befriender, or regularly use our volunteer driver transport, we'd love to hear about the volunteer who makes the biggest difference to you. Nominations can be made between now and the 30th of September. Voting and elections. What you need to know. All voters have a right to vote independently and in secret, and local authorities have to ensure that polling stations are accessible to people with sight loss. With the general election very likely to be held this year, or 28th of January 2025 at the very latest, we were contacted by Cornwall Council to help improve accessibility on polling day. They have confirmed that all polling stations in Cornwall will offer tactile voting devices, large print copies of the ballot paper for reference, magnifiers, assistance from polling station staff to be guided to the voting booth. Some polling stations will also be able to offer additional lighting. A new law, the Elections Act 2022, sets out extra support that councils must provide. This includes allowing you to take someone with you to the polling station to help you vote. Your companion must be over 18, and they will be required to make a written declaration that you have asked for assistance. You can also request a reasonable adjustment in order to vote independently, such as using an app on your phone to read out the text. To request a reasonable adjustment, you should contact your local electoral services department, www.electoralcommission.org.uk. Photo ID. In order to vote, you must be on the electoral register, also known as the electoral roll, and you must take photo ID to the polling station. For voters who don't have any photo ID, there are currently two options. You can either apply for free voter ID, known as the Voter Authority Certificate, or you can apply for a postal vote, where photo ID is not a requirement. Postal votes. If you have registered to vote by post, you will be sent your ballot paper. You can cast your vote in your own home using your own magnifiers or equipment, rather than going to your polling station. You can also request assistance at home, including a tactile voting device, a large print ballot form for reference, and help with returning your completed ballot form. Voting by proxy. If you are registered to vote but cannot get to a polling station, you can appoint someone you trust to go to your polling station to vote on your behalf. This is called voting by proxy. Unlike postal voting, you must give a reason for voting by proxy. Explaining you find it difficult to get to the polling station because of your sight loss or another disability should suffice. You'll need to register to vote by proxy at least 6 working days before the election by completing an application form and sending it back to your local electoral registration office. Unless you are registered as blind, you will need someone to support your application, such as a GP or social worker. If you would like extra help with voting or registering to vote, you can contact Cornwall Council's Electoral Services team on 01872 324 196. Fundraising news. Store collections. We're delighted to be fundraising in supermarkets across Cornwall once again. Collections were suspended during the pandemic, but thanks to the enthusiasm of our volunteers, we're back up and running. The first collection took place in Asda and Bodmin, where our team of volunteers raised just over £160. Following on from the success of that, we visited Asda in St Austell and raised a further £119. In the coming months, we have collections planned in Truro, Penryn, Poole, and again in Bodmin. Thank you to all our volunteers for donating their time to help raise vital funds for Eyesight Cornwall. If you'd like to be involved in future collections, please contact our Wellbeing Officer, Sophie Butcher, on 01872 26 1110. Yoga Fundraiser. Thank you to Rebecca at Space of Being in Pendeen for organising a special yoga session to raise funds for Eyesight Cornwall. The 2-hour session focused on eye health, ease of movement and general well-being, and it raised a fantastic £180. Rebecca also helped raise awareness about our work and what help we can offer. Lads Pantomime. Once again, the brilliant Lawanic Amateur Dramatic Society, Lads, raised money for Bugs Shooting Club and Bugle Blues Bowling Club with their annual pantomime. This year's performance was Robin Hood and the Dame of Thrones. And thanks to their sold-out shows, they raised a total of £3,500 for local charities. Bugle Blues and Bug Shooting each received £437. Quiz Night. Teams from the Crown Inn St U raised a huge £500 for Eyesight Cornwall from their regular quiz night. Chief Executive Carol Theobald recently met with some of the members, including Eyesight Cornwall client Mike, to gratefully accept the donation. Flower Power. Eyesight Cornwall has been given a springtime boost thanks to locally grown daffodils. For the past 5 years, Sarah Lawrence, along with local farmers Reuben, Kerry and Harriet Kernow, have sold daffodils to raise money for local charities, and we were delighted to be chosen to benefit from this year's season. The daffodils are sold outside Sarah's home in Curie Village on the Lizard, and local residents and visitors to Poldhu Beach were able to leave money in an honesty box to help raise vital funds for Cornish causes. This year, despite the awful weather, they raised an incredible £1,100, which was split equally between Eyesight Cornwall and Cornwall Blood Bikes. Tesco Community Grants. We always say it, but every little helps. Thank you to everyone who used their blue token to vote for Eyesight Cornwall when shopping in Tesco in Helston and Falmouth. Thanks to your support, we have been awarded £1,500 from the Tesco Community Grants Scheme. For those of you living in the Redruth area, you will be able to use your blue tokens to vote for Eyesight Cornwall until the end of June in Redruth Tesco Superstore and Tesco Extra. Thanks to our supporters, Asda Bodmin, Asda St Austell, Leeds Town United Methodist Church, Malpass Village Social Committee, Mousehole Women's Methodist Church Group, Old Chapel Cellars, Perennaworthal WI, Tesco Community Grants, the BCH 1971 Charitable Trust, the Crown Inn Quiz Teams, the Daffodil Fundraisers, Sarah, Reuben, Kerry and Harriet, the Friends and Family of Doris Geary, the Friends and Family of Diana Pierce, the Friends and Family of Ron Bowden, the Friends and Family of John Higgins, Trawoon Post Office, VCSE Health Improvement Fund, Young at Heart Club. Free Will Writing Service. We've recently partnered with a free will writing service to give you the opportunity to make a fully comprehensive legally binding will completely free of charge. Before partnering with Free Wills, we did our research to make sure that there are no catches or gimmicks. TV's Martin Lewis states on his Money Saving Expert website that if you opt to use Free Wills, you'll be protected in 2 ways. Your will is checked by a regulated solicitor, meaning you could complain about the solicitor to the Solicitor's Regulation Authority. Free Wills is a member of the Society of Will Writers. where you can make a complaint about the service provided by Free Wills. Free Wills make their money by charging for add-on services, and even though only a small percentage of people use these, it is enough to allow them to offer the will writing service for free to everyone. You can make your free will by visiting www.freewills.co.uk/charity/the letter I, the word site, the word Cornwall, or calling 0333 188 5688. When writing your will, you will be asked if you'd like to leave a gift for Eyesight Cornwall. There's absolutely no obligation to leave a gift to us. You will still be able to make your will free of charge. However, if you do choose to leave a gift in your will, your legacy will help to ensure that we can continue supporting people living with sight loss in Cornwall. A gift in your will, no matter how large or small, will make a lasting and positive difference to the charity. It is truly a gift of a lifetime. I would very much like to leave a percentage of my humble estate to Eyesight Cornwall, so that others may benefit from the love and care that you guys undoubtedly provide. Eyesight Cornwall member. Benefits Roundup. Benefits Review. If you need help to understand what benefits you may be entitled to, we can help you access comprehensive advice from our colleagues at Disability Cornwall. They run a disability information and advice service called Dial, which provides free, independent and confidential advice to people living with a disability. We can refer you into the service for a benefits check with one of their advisors. The first step is a telephone review to find out if you're receiving all of the benefits you are entitled to. If they believe you're entitled to further benefits, they can give you advice on how to complete the application form. Again, this is done over the telephone, so they will ask you if you have someone who can help you to complete the form, whilst they talk you through the things that you need to include. If you don't have anyone who can help you to fill out the form, we can complete the paperwork on your behalf. Concessions. If you are registered as sight impaired SI or severely sight impaired SSI, you may be entitled to a number of concessions. Every council must hold a register of people living in their area who are sight impaired and severely sight impaired. Registering your sight loss simply means being on your local council's register. In order to become registered, you need to be reviewed by a consultant ophthalmologist who will inform you if you meet the criteria for a Certificate of Visual Impairment, CVI. Your CVI includes information about your sight loss. A copy of your CVI is posted to Cornwall Council, who will then contact you to ask if you wish to be registered. If you choose to be registered, Cornwall Council will advise you of the support they can give you and may refer you to their adult social care team. You will also be sent a yellow registration card which proves your registration status. It is this card that can be used to prove your entitlement to certain benefits and concessions. TV license. If you or someone you live with is registered as severely sight impaired, SSI, you're eligible for a 50% concession on your TV license. It does not apply to people who are registered as sight impaired, SI. We can let you know if you qualify for the concession and, for a small charge of £5, help you with the application process. Blue badge. A blue badge enables the person driving you to park in designated disabled parking bays and on some yellow lines. Some exceptions apply. You do not have to be a driver or a car owner to apply for a blue badge, but you do have to be travelling in the car when it is used. If you are registered as severely sight impaired, you automatically qualify for a blue badge and, again for a small charge of £5, we can help you with the application if needed. If you are registered as sight impaired, you won't qualify for a blue badge unless you also have other health conditions. In these cases, Cornwall Council will need to assess your application. You can contact Cornwall Council on 0300 1234 121 or apply directly online at www.gov.uk/apply-blue-badge. Disabled Person's Rail Card. Being registered as either sight impaired or severely sight impaired entitles you to a Disabled Person's Rail Card, which enables you and the other person that you're travelling with to get 1/3 off ticket prices. The rail card costs approximately £20 per year, and you can apply online at www.disadledpersons-railcard.co.uk or call 0345 605 0525. Tech Review. We're always keen to review pieces of tech so that we can let you know how they compare with other devices on the market. In this edition, our assistive technology advisor Dominic Hall is reviewing a portable text-to-speech reader created by Humanware, the company behind the Explore series of magnifiers. Humanware Hark Reader. The Humanware Hark Reader is a portable and lightweight text-to-speech reader. Unlike the bulky, heavier desktop readers, this device is compact, and its folding design means it can be easily stored or moved. It has a flat base, a little bigger than an A4 piece of paper, where you place your book, newspaper, or other printed text. Stemming from the base is a lightweight foldable camera, which will quickly scan the text before reading it aloud within seconds of you placing your text underneath, and with no need to press any buttons. You can navigate or personalize some of the features using several tactile controls located on the edges of the device. These allow you to play and pause the audio, increase and decrease the volume and reading rate, and navigate forwards and backwards through text. Not only this, but you can also use hand gestures to pause and resume reading. The Hark Reader is powered by an internal rechargeable battery that works similarly to a mobile phone or laptop. This means that it can be used on the go when charged or via the mains when at home. How is the Hark Reader different from similar devices? The automatic text capture feature makes the device easy for anyone to use, regardless of your level of experience with technology. Unlike some other text-to-speech devices, the Hark Reader can effectively capture and read columns of text in the correct order, meaning newspaper articles, recipes and books are no longer inaccessible. Whilst most text-to-speech devices fall into two categories, portable or desktop-based, the Hark Reader combines the best of both worlds so it can be used anywhere. Humanware has very kindly loaned Eyesight Cornwall a Hark Reader to demonstrate to anyone interested in trying out the device. So if you would like to see what it can do, contact the Sight Centre to book a demonstration. Additionally, if you would like further information on the Hark Reader, which costs £1,595, please call us on 01872 261110 and we would be happy to provide a leaflet with all the relevant information. Booking an appointment. Booking an assistive technology appointment is very easy. Simply call us on 01872 261110 and we will book you in to come and see us at the Sight Centre in Truro. If you are housebound or have a large piece of technology that you need support with, we can offer a home visit for a fee of £25. Your appointment will last approximately 1 hour and will be with our assistive technology team made up of Dom, who has sight loss himself, and Lauren. Dom and Lauren will help you to find the right solution for you, taking account of your needs, experience and budget. You will have the opportunity to try out a range of different devices, and we even offer short-term loans of some devices, so you can take them home and try before you buy. If you wish to make a purchase, we'll put you in touch with a relevant supplier, or you might find something you like in our pre-loved shop. which sells second-hand items at a reduced cost. Cobalt Talking Air Fryer. A few months ago, Cobalt brought out the first talking air fryer in the UK, and we're very excited to bring you a review from our long-standing client, Richard Pryor. 2 months ago, I purchased a Cobalt talking air fryer and have had great fun experimenting with the food it will cook. It seems to cook almost anything, although I did have a problem with Brussels sprouts when I forgot to spray them with oil. You do need to put a small amount of oil or oil spray over the items being cooked to ensure good results. It comes with a handy CD, which gives timing suggestions for cooking different foods. If you have a smart speaker, i.e. Alexa, you can ask it how long to cook things in an air fryer, and this is a great guide. Halfway through the cooking program, the air fryer will announce it's time to rearrange the food. I find it's easier if you completely take the drawer out of the base before trying to rearrange the hot food. From here on in, the air fryer will audibly count down each minute, and then every 10 seconds during the last minute. It makes loud noise when the cooking is complete. The air fryer has a 4-litre capacity, and the internal drawer is dishwasher safe. If something is a bit runny, I put the item in a foil or paper dish just to keep it under control, but apart from that, I just put things straight into the drawer. One word of warning. I find that it's essential to use a protective cooking glove to get food out of the drawer. It is very hot in there and could easily burn you if you touch the sides or base of the drawer without using a glove or cloth. Finally, I use the air fryer in conjunction with a talking microwave, and I find that between the two, I can cook almost anything, which is very satisfying. The talking air fryer is available from Cobalt, www.cobalt.co.uk or 01493 700 172 and costs £99.95. Low vision. Now that the clocks have gone forward and more sunshine is on the way, hopefully, it's a good time to think about how to protect your eyes from the sun's harmful UV rays. Cocoons. Cocoons are a brand of fit-over sunglasses that are designed to eliminate glare and UV rays. The low vision cocoons come in a range of colours which enhance contrast and reduce glare, allowing your eyes to relax and focus. They fully protect your eyes from all angles, even the sides, and are designed to be worn over existing prescription glasses for those who wear them. Cocoons also come in a range of sizes and are adjustable, so you can find the most comfortable fit for you. Low vision cocoons are available on a free long-term loan through our low vision service. We have a wide variety of colours and sizes to try on, so if you would like to find out which pair is best for you, ask your optician to refer you for a low vision appointment with us. Cornish Stockists. As well as providing cocoons through our low vision service, we're delighted to announce we're now one of just 4 official cocoon stockists in Cornwall. This means that if you don't want to have a low vision appointment, or if you want to pick up a second pair, you can buy them from our site centre shop in Truro, or call us on 01872 261110 to buy them over the phone. Night driving filters. With the new style of bright LED car lights, we're hearing from many people who are struggling to drive at night. If this sounds familiar, you may be interested in the Twilight fit-over filters, which are a specific style of cocoons suitable for night driving. They block out the glare from car headlights without blocking out other light, making it much easier to drive at night. Clubs and activities. Affiliated clubs. Bliss Singers. Bliss Singers recently helped a student from Falmouth University with her coursework. Anna wanted to ask a group of visually impaired people for their opinions on tactile fashion, and the group of singers kindly offered to answer a few questions during their tea and coffee break. Anna enjoyed her afternoon at the club so much that she has now signed up to volunteer there. Bliss Singers meet fortnightly on Tuesday afternoons in Short Lanes End Village Hall. Bugle Blues Bowling Club. Bugle Blues Bowling Club members welcomed back to Imerys Bowling Club for a friendly competition to celebrate the new short mat that the club had recently purchased. It was a close game with both teams level before Bugle Blues won the final end to take victory. The day was organised in memory of David Lavis, who was a keen bowler, a volunteer at Bugle Blues, and a member of both clubs. It was a particularly poignant competition because the purchase of the new mat was only made possible thanks to David securing lottery funding for the group. Bug Shooting Club. The members and volunteers of Bug Shooting Club were delighted to welcome a number of special guests to the St Austell Rifle and Pistol Club as part of their 25th anniversary celebrations in February. The special guests included former members Ivor Rice, a founding member of the club in 1999, as well as Jeff Werry, Joe Stinton and Steve Chapman, who all relished the opportunity to get back down on the range to have a go at shooting again. Jeff and his wife Sue, who used to help out at the club, brought along a collection of Jeff's medals that he had won over the years. There were medals from county, national and even international competitions, where a team from Bugs won 2 golds and 2 silvers at the Dutch Open in the early 2000s. Former club volunteers, Bill and Sheila Osborne, also came along, as did Elaine Randall from the Lewanick Amateur Dramatic Society, lads, who have generously donated almost £7,000 to the club since it was formed. All the members, past and present, along with Carol Theobald and other members of the Eyesight Cornwall team, enjoyed a buffet lunch and a slice of birthday cake to mark the occasion. Carol said, "The fact that Bug Shooting Club has been going for 25 years is a testament to how well loved the club is and how dedicated the volunteers are. A big thank you to everyone, past and present, who helped make Bugs such a success." Dance Club, PAR. Members and volunteers at PAR Dance Club were put under the spotlight at their April get-together when a film crew came along to record them dancing. The filming was done as part of a wider Eyesight Cornwall video project. More will be revealed shortly, and was a very fun afternoon. The PAR Dance Club meetings take place on Monday afternoons, once a month in PAR Methodist Church. Dance Club, Townsend. The Townsend Dance Club meet fortnightly on Thursday afternoons in Townsend Village Hall. They do a mixture of ballroom and sequence dancing, with plenty of opportunity to rest in between and chat to other members. The wonderful team of volunteers keep everyone refreshed with tea and biscuits during the break. Guitar Club. The Guitar Club are another group that have been helping a university student with her coursework. A PhD student from Plymouth got in touch to ask how visually impaired people learn to play instruments and what barriers they face. She has been speaking to members of the club to discover if there is anything she could create to help remove those barriers. The Guitar Club meets on Friday afternoons in Falmouth from 2 p.m. Launceston Lunch Club. Launceston Lunch Club meet fortnightly for a 2-course meal on Tuesday lunchtimes at various restaurants in the Launceston area. They are looking forward to celebrating their 80th anniversary with a special event planned in May. Saltash Baps. Saltash Baps won a special award in April for their contribution to the community. The Civic Awards are held annually and celebrate people who go the extra mile for the town. Club organiser Shirley Evans went along to the Saltash Town Council Civic Awards ceremony to collect the award on behalf of the club, which was presented by Saltash Mayor Richard Bickford. The club was recognised for its positive contribution to the local community by bringing people together and going out of their way to help others. Saltash BAPS meet every other Tuesday afternoon at Ashtor Rock. Walking Buddies. Walking Buddies is a one-to-one activity where a volunteer will meet you at your house and take you for a walk in your local area. It's perfect for anyone who doesn't feel confident to go out on their own, or who would welcome some company during the week. Quote, Eyesight Cornwall have been so very helpful for me, and have even found a friend to take me for guided walks rather than be stuck indoors every day. They really have helped improve my quality of life in so many ways. End quote. Non-affiliated clubs. Able Bowling. Able Bowling Club meets fortnightly in Short Lane's End Village Hall on Monday afternoons from 2 to 4:30 p.m. Last year the club celebrated their 35th anniversary with a delicious cream tea at the Ulverton Hotel in Truro. BATS. BATS is a sailing club for people with sight loss, which is based at Myler Yacht Club. They also offer fishing trips and gig rowing. Bude Visually Impaired Support Group. This group meets in the Carenza Hotel in Bude on the first Wednesday of the month. They get together for a cuppa and a chat, and they often have guest speakers. CABS. CABS Shooting Club meets every Wednesday afternoon at the Rifle Club in Helston. Newquay Arts Club. This club now meets on a Thursday morning at the Sandy Lodge Hotel in Newquay. Optimists. The Optimists are a social group that meet every other month at the Britannia Inn in Parr. Events Diary. 21st of May. Saltash, Isambard House. 10:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. 13th of June. Bodmin, Shire Hall, 10:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. 9th of July. Launceston, Town Hall, 10:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. 18th of September. Penzance, St John's Hall, 10:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. 11th of October. AGM, St Erme Community Centre, 10:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. Useful telephone numbers. The Sight Centre, 01872 261110. Cornish Talking Newspaper, 01872 277762. Silverline, 0800 4 708090. TAPS Hospital Transport, 01872 223388. RNIB Talking Books, 0303 123 9999. Or, if you have an Amazon smart speaker, say, Alexa, call RNIB Helpline. Action Fraud, 0300 123 2040. Outlook is also available as 16-point magazine, audio CD, audio USB stick, online audio via our website. Eyesight Cornwall, registered charity number 1108761.